please feel free. If there's anything you like to share, or if there's anything you would like to shine the light on, just wave and we can hang out. Nothing needs to happen, so nothing needs to be spoken, but it's all welcome. Mm. Zoe.
Meike.
Hey.
Hey. Well, nothing really. Well, yeah, who knows? The hand went up. Yeah. Mm. Mm.
Good medicine, huh?
So sweet. Yeah. Yeah. Mm. And endless in its capacity to just, yeah. Mm.
Knowing and not knowing at the same time.
Yeah, all of it. Mm.
And right here.
Yeah. Wherever that is. Strange.
Where it's, yeah, wherever that is. Exactly.
Yeah.
Wherever it is.
Yeah.
Must be here.
Must be here, right here. It's strange, Meike, over the last few weeks or months or whatever, I don't know the time really. A really close friend and a few other people I know have, what do they call it now, crossed over, died. And just experiencing here the differences in how that's perceived and experienced from this place.
Yeah.
And the one friend seemed to hang around for the longest time in such a joyous, and with all the other thousands of friends that she had, as if she was right here. And then another, whom I know of and I know, but not really closely, chose to euthanize because of, her illness, and feeling that energetically, just so amazing. And again, how that's experienced here, and a very deep calm and quiet acceptance, and almost amusement at that shift, because really it's not much of a shift at all, is it? No, because it's kind of like you're over there, I hardly ever speak to you, and yet you're here with me all the time, it's So I'll have to get someone to send you a little reminder or a note to say, oh, she's left the planet, because you wouldn't know.
You
I don't think
know otherwise.
No.
Yeah.
Just a sort of, I guess, a sort of dissolving of stuff, beliefs, and all of the whatever around it, and how that opens and opens and opens. Yeah. It's really, really, I mean, I forget to go to town and talk to people and things because, again, it's like, well, I don't know what it's like, but it's not, it's a vast space that is really comfortable. Wow, it's not the word either. And some little human being pops up every now and then, says, yes, you've got to go and buy eggs and talk to people. But otherwise there's not really a knowing of the difference. Or I mean, there's a stimulation and everything like that happens in the body, but somehow it feels here, the experience is that there's more and more dissolving of just thought forms, and I guess beliefs would be the closest that I could. And yet the personality still bubbles up with old stuff, like, I sound like my mother, or, dreadful thing. Well, not that she was dreadful, but strange things. And it's like, well, who said that? Where did that come from? Like,
Sounds wonderful, Zoe. I'm very happy for you.
I don't even know if it's wonderful, Meike, or it's just different.
Okay.
There's a kind of a peacefulness.
Raising the wonderful.
Well, those words don't have, I mean, it is wonderful, really. I guess it's wonderful. Yes, it is. And yet still it's really hot, the weather, the body is going through all its stuff. And I think a little while back, I remember you saying, oh, well, you just let the body do its thing and carry on. And the thought at the time was like, oh, yeah, wait until you have a body like this. And yet even that's dropped away. So, yes, the body can be quite consuming and all the other stuff that goes with it. But, that wonderful spaciousness is, just seems to be growing or more normal.
Might change again, Zoe, you never know.
I'm sure it will. Especially now it's spoken, it's going to be,
It's just such a funny thing with experience, isn't it? It's like as if there is a fixed place or a state or something one can enter and just stay there. Huh? It's not my experiit's
not how it is it?
No, it's not.
I suppose the closest is a sense of
peace.
There's a sense of peace, and that those differences that do happen, the experiences of emotional or physical and the whole whatever, and that other spaciousness is, it's all one, really. It's just all part of the package. And I guess, I guess there's a sort of, I don't know if you'd call it an understanding or an acceptance, or
could call it maybe awareness. That's how it's in my experience, in my little experience. It's like there's just, you don't know when it's not, because then you don't notice. But so there is awareness, and that is just in that it just does what it does. So it's like it's more even.
Yes.
So that experience, and it's just changing and doing its thing, and then there's the noticing that just notices, and then there's that in which it all appears, and that's kind of it's aware of itself in a certain way. So it's not so much running after itself, trying to catch its tail. It's not so caught in
either aspect.
In either aspect, exactly.
Either
it's
aspect.
Just in a flow. It's just in that flow and in awe of that amazing miracle of flow, isn't it? It's like, what?
How? A miracle. Yeah.
Far out. It's far out. The body, as however it comes, far out. Senses, all those senses.
Yes.
Just these few that we are used to, but see each other, that we hear each other, that we can speak to each other, that we can sense each other, smell. I know I know exactly how you smell. I know.
Yeah.
It's just absolutely far out, all of that. And it's kind of not so entangled just with that aspect. It's just
that's
more
what it is.
In a flow. It's it can be very much in not spaciousness, like right here, solid, like whatever. And then it just can, be everywhere, and nothing is better than the other. Or
no, that's the difference, isn't it? There's no judgment on any of it, really.
There's no judgment on it. Yeah.
God. Even when there is judgment, there's no judgment.
Even when there's, yes, exactly. Yes. Exactly. Even when there is judgment. Comes the word wonderful comes again. That's great.
It is. Actually, it is wonderful. Yes.
That is absolute grace. That's what people fall for on their knees, and prostrate, just, exactly for that. It's not much more one can ask for.
It's pretty good. It's pretty,
And seeing forms disappear, and and also there I have no clue what touches the system. Some somebody leaving, and it's like, oh my gosh, big grief is coming, and some system is leaving. Oh, it's light and easy, and even there, it's all good. It's all okay.
Yeah.
That's wonderful. I don't have a better
It is wonderful. Well, it's good to hear that it's wonderful. Yes, it is wonderful.
Yeah, it's full of wonder. I mean,
It is. Yeah.
It's
full of wonder.
Out.
And wonder is so beautiful, isn't it? Because it's not really thinking, or it's not even curiosity, really. It's just awe at some level. Ordinary awe. Yeah.
Ordinary awe, like moment by moment by moment by moment. That wonder of experiencing. How? How?
Yeah.
Absolute miracle, wonder.
And imagine if there was just that wonder, like, how amazing. Wow.
Which is the truth. I mean, that's the truth of it, isn't it?
Yeah.
There is actually, it's just so nice when that is even experienced or seen or noticed, that it is actually you see that in children. When they start exploring, it's like everything. If they take a little flower, or if they take a little worm, or if they take just a little stone, or that, it makes you smile immediately, because you love experiencing that, seeing it. Everything is wow. Everything. Waking up in the morning is like, wow. And then running into life.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because it's all love, everything, all of it, isn't it? Like just everything. Yeah.
You can't actually even start off saying how it all happens. You can not explain any of it. You can study and write books and all, but nothing comes close to this amazing miracle. Nothing comes close to it. Nothing really, it points sometimes, and you get that, those shivers. You say, oh my God, yes, there it is again. And you love those shivers because they remind you on the absolute wonder again and again and again. Far out. I mean, that's what we live for that wonder in a way.
Yes, yeah.
Wow, puts it right together into awe.
Because there's no other reason, really, for living.
No.
I mean, when depression comes and all of that through, and I've asked the question a billion times, it's like, well, what's the use, or what's the purpose, or what's the sense? But of course, there's no sense or purpose or use or anything except that, the wonder,
Except the wonder.
The wonder, yeah.
Yeah, self being awe of self. Wow. Self looking itself into the eye, like far out.
Yes. Yeah.
I mean, you know, it's funny to speak it like that, because anyway, but it comes to speak. That is actually our practice, isn't it? If there's a practice.
If there's a practice, absolutely.
You know what I mean? It's like
if there's a practice.
Yeah, speaking from another angle into this. If there's a practice, let that be the practice, huh? Just again and again coming into awe of this awesomeness.
And it's just that such a fine shift of, well, I say attention, but if that's what it is, because it can be hell, and and it's just like putting, well, not even putting on glasses, but just that peripheral, that wow, yeah. Even when all the birds ate my apples.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, it's what birds do.
But not with your apples.
Not with my apples, you know, my apples.
Yeah. And they thought that you planted the tree just for them.
They did, yeah. I might have even mentioned that I was willing to share, but
Yeah, how to find the joy in that, huh?
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't even last year. The birds, you know, I was getting the dog to chase them. They all, you know, after telling her never to chase a bird or bark, I was then retraining her to do that. And this time it was like, oh, the birds ate the apples. You know, there wasn't much else that moved around it, really. Yes, I'll put a net on next time, or maybe, you know, it'll do something.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Something becomes less involved. And yet more super saturated into the ethers somehow, you know, more belonging. Like if there's a network of energy, then it's like more of the lines of opening up and knowing they're all connected, and not even a knowing, but just that.
Yeah. That's also
that awareness.
Through a life, through a whole life, you know, it's like that cycle, huh? It's that cycle that slowly is completing, huh? It's, you know, at a certain age, it's, you know, all of a sudden, I'm in the 60s, so it's like I've been noticing that since a few years. Wow, it's death was never on my radar in a way. I was always young, kind of. I don't know how else to say that. And it's, you know, that agelessness is always there anyway, but at the same time, on the physical level, wow, it's in a different period of its lifespan. It's, wow, it's like completing a cycle slowly, huh?
It is. And I mean, what a privilege to be around for the length of that cycle.
Absolutely.
Like, wow, you know.
Absolutely. Absolutely. completing something. Oh,
yes,
what,
yeah.
what a privilege.
It shifts. I mean, I don't know, for years now, maybe 20 years at least, it's been a very conscious, that's what's happening. The body's getting older, and no need to make a 15-year plan or a 5-year plan or a 2, or all of the ways of thinking and being shift naturally because they have to, and they are anyway.
Yes. Yeah.
And then that gets more and more concentrated in a way.
Yeah, and included. Yeah.
Yeah. And then it's like, so it seems here that difference between the death and the life is dissolving already, Yeah. More and more, Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
What an experience, huh?
It is, yeah. I was thinking this friend that chose to the moment of her own death.
Yeah.
Like, how amazing is it to have that choice? And
it's absolutely amazing. I didn't actually know that it was possible in Australia.
Yes, it is. Yeah. And once the opinions fall away and any judgments fall away on that, it's like, oh, wow, here's this new thing now. You can choose that, if there's suffering and if you want, kind of thing, yeah. Like, wow.
Yeah. Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Another wow of wonder. Yeah.
Is that possible in all the states of Australia or only in Western Australia?
I think so. It is in Western Australia anyway. I mean, you have to have a
doctor.
What do you call it? A mortal disease, something that's, yeah. But you can choose your timing in that, So.
Okay. Thanks, Gaia. Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't catch that, what Gaia had said about that.
She just shared that 2 days ago it was approved in South Australia.
Oh, okay.
And since 2020, it's also allowed in Germany. Oh, gosh.
Yeah. Goodness. Soon they'll be legalizing dope here in WA, and that'll be something more wondrous. More wondrous than crossing over.
Yeah.
And just speaking with my granddaughter, she's 14, and we sit and play in a studio, with a bit of jewelry work, and she says she has no sense of a future.
Yeah.
And how different that is for them, and she said, oh yeah, well, what will we do there? Maybe there won't be anything to do, and there'll be machines doing it all. Yeah, and it's kind of like, wow, what an amazing world that will be. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just on its own trajectory of whatever it's doing.
Yeah. Yes. And at the same time, there's always also a flow that is interested in something different, and so you have no clue how it will be in the end. There might be some people just interested in doing something with their hands again, so you just don't know. You just don't know.
No, I know. It's
like, because then it's in the hands of those that are alive. Some of us have always been numb and dumb, if I can say it like that.
Yeah.
Always been like, nothing wrong with that. It's not a judgment. It's just a seeing. Some just follow always the crowd, and then there's always those that don't fit into that. So that might be like that again.
Well, really, there are so many other dimensions within.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And world within worlds. Yeah.
Yes. So it's not really true to say there's no future for us. So there's kind of an emotional something in there. You can see that. Just don't know how it will be.
Yeah, well, that's good too, because I think I was a bit dumbstruck with how to respond to that. Yeah.
Oh, that's also nice. You can just digest that, and then you can have a conversation again about it. I mean, you showing her jewelry, or making, with her hands and stuff. So there it goes already.
I do. I said that, like, well, we're developing other little things than your thumb for the.
There you go. So she will have maybe both qualities. Yes. Knowing how all those machines do their stuff, and then she has her hands. So, supporting that, supporting every gift she's coming with, kind of tickling that might be your job, or one of your jobs.
Well, it feels like one of the jobs,
Yeah. How beautiful is that?
Yeah.
Hearing the concern of a young woman, and then showing her openings and opportunities. It doesn't have to be like no future. It doesn't have to be like that. It's in the hands of those that are here to create something different. And life provides the information for that.
Oh, and it always has.
Always has. It always has. Be it Stone Age or Ice Age or climate change or
I suppose, if anything, the coming together or the oneness of the planet through communication, through this new, it's probably seems to be one of the biggest happenings. You see people with add anything else, no hot water or running anything or anything, but they have mobile phones. And it's like, wow, that brings all these other worlds into this world, into their world. It's another wonder. It's
it's another wonder. And then watching intelligence unfold again. Do that dance.
But somehow that's brought a togetherness or a cohesiveness. So it's like we all know now that we're all one, that we're all connected. It seems, anyway.
Yeah.
Thank you, sweetheart.
Thank you.
And everyone.
Thanks, Zoe.
Yeah.
Marina.
Interesting conversation.
I also enjoyed that very much.
So yeah, this system is in quite a different place from that. So, but it's interesting talking about life and death. I had this body, suddenly had incredibly high blood pressure, dangerous high. So that it's amazing how much. Yeah, 212 over 112 or something. Just for no apparent reason. He even went on blood pressure medication, which I don't like. And I had a feeling after 2 tablets not to take it. I felt worse. And it's been better. I've just been juicing and doing things.
Oh, fantastic. Good.
Yeah, and it's come down quite a bit, sometimes quite normal. So until like a little while ago, but not dangerous high, but it's still a work in progress. But the fear that comes up is strong in this system. Really strong.
Yes, Marina, it goes together. The moment there is something with the heart going on, fear is coming in. It's just one of those things. It's a natural response of the body. It doesn't want to die.
Yeah,
it doesn't want to. So, all the sympathetic nervous system is hyperactivated, and, all of that stuff is going on. And it will be this fear. Freak out. It's like, oh my God.
Freak out.
Absolutely.
And there's no sense of awareness behind that,
No,
it's just
mostly not. Yeah. I mean, if you're lucky, that is also there. But if not, what can you do? What can you do? No, not much.
But you might have the golden answer.
Say again.
I thought you might have the golden answer.
That was it. Wasn't that just fantastic?
Oh.
Yeah. in a way it is, because getting clear on how the system, nervous system, body, how it works, you know, to the body, when the heart is out of control, there is a freak out. And especially if there's no special reason for it. That's why you can ask everybody who's had a heart attack or before, it's like, whoa, the whole system freaks out. It's just a natural response, you know. So just to know that that is what the body does. Yeah. That is what the whole, you know, this embodiment, what it does. It's like all the alarm bells are on, and it thinks and feels like it has to die. And that's a freak out. It doesn't want to. Yeah. So you're totally healthy in that way. Let's say it like that. Your body is totally healthy in that way. Yeah. See, and I can feel it is receiving this message. So there's nothing wrong. It's just, you know, I wish I had the recipe so that you never have high blood pressure, that your heart is always intact, just, you know, it's 62 beats a minute, and, you know, like, like that forever and ever, for 150 years. And then you said, no, my sweetheart, now let's go. So you might kiss us goodbye, you know?
Yeah,
I'm joking, but you know what I mean. Yeah. And, you know, for whatever reasons, some of our bodies have these strange conditionings, you know, diseases even, you know, where just can't find comfort.
Yeah.
And maybe sometimes, but, you know, I wish we wouldn't have to go through that, but that seems like to come with embodiment. And I'm pretty sure each one of us can tell us a story about that. It's rare that you have a body, find a body that is just healthy and never sick ever. I don't know if that exists. I really don't know. So now it's just, you know, how to comfort the system when it comes out of that state of fear. You know, when consciousness comes in again, and it's like, oh, okay, I see. Oh, body had to go through this. Oh my God, I wish I had a recipe, you know, but just the warmth and compassion for itself. Yeah. Because, I mean, you know, I'm sure you too. We've met so many people that seem healthy, or, you know, and all of a sudden, heart attack or something else out of the blue showing up. They've been vegans forever or vegetarians, or, you know, they've been living a healthy life with yoga, or, you know what I mean. And all of a sudden, something shows up. And not much warning, and 2 months later they're gone. It's not rare. It's not rare.
I think it's that I don't think I have a fear of death, you know, the body dying. But when this happens, it's completely up.
Yeah. See, and there again, if you think that that is wrong, that you shouldn't have that, then you're in trouble. Yeah. Other than seeing that as a natural response to when blood pressure goes up for no obvious reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So there is nothing wrong with that response. Let's just see if that can really sink in. There is nothing wrong with the fear response when the blood pressure goes up. Some people have that fear response, and there are also some that don't.
Yeah, I could speak of Isaac. I've seen him.
Exactly. Me too. It's like
blood pressure, and he'd say 200 and something.
220. I can't tell you how often that happens. Like, okay. Yeah. It's one of those people. Who knows why it is like that? Who knows? Who knows? He definitely hasn't done more right or wrong than you. It's just
a lot more aware, a lot more
bullshit. Bullshit. Sorry to say that, but that is even that. It's like it's a beating up of itself. It's a self-harming, actually. That's a self-harming response. Yeah. So that's what we can play with. Yeah. As if anybody can do it better or worse. Yeah, there now we get to the core of that. You know, if you just meditate a bit more, Marina. I mean, the real meditation, you know, the core. Core practice, you know, surrender. And, you know, all those beautiful words. So
less movies.
Less movies. Oh, gosh. Oh, yes. Less chocolate, less movies, less this, you know, all of that. Yeah, and I love movement comes in, life comes in. Yeah. Giving a bit of peace to that amazing system. You know, like Zoe and I were speaking, that being in awe of that amazing Marina body system, whatever you beautiful are. Man, having done all these years of everything, gone through hell realms, also paradises, you know, but the whole shebang, the whole roller coaster through life, and here she is. Can we just be in awe of her just for a moment? Yeah. Yeah. She's just doing exactly what she has to do. Otherwise, she would do differently. It's that simple. It's that simple. The moment she learns something new, she will do it. She will adapt to it. She will do it. She will, you know. But as long as she hasn't, she can't. She can't. And there is no right way to be. That's the other thing. She can only do in her paradigm, how she lives in her paradigm. And she's doing her absolute best in it. That's just how conditioning, how patterning, how it works. You know, the rose can only be a rose. That's her conditioning, that's her information. She can only be a rose. She can't be a daisy. It's not possible. Yeah. So a marina can only be a marina. And she might learn, you know, that's what we see in each other, isn't it? It's like, you know, when we come together and something relaxes and boop, all of a sudden something new opens up for us. It's like, wow, never seen that before. And shoo, there it goes to explore.
Yeah.
For all of us. as far as I can see. And then, wow, gosh, then she likes to share that, you know, and to live that fully. And then another something. I mean, you can call that evolution or intelligence of life or curiosity of, you know, when life is at its best, curious and, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And you can't make that happen. We've watched that also. We watch it all the time. It happens when it happens, if it happens. Yeah. And then, you know, when all these really heavy things happen, how nice that we can come together again, you know? Isn't it, you know? And you kind of, something is asking me to talk this, and my system goes, while it's speaking this, it's also going, thank you for speaking this. Oh, yes, I know there's that self-critic and harshness, you know, that somebody or something could know how you have to treat yourself so that, yeah, you live your 150 years with a heartbeat of 62 in a minute per minute. You know, that athlete heart, you know, that's strong and pumping and
Yeah.
just, yeah, you know that one. Yeah, doesn't work like that. Mm. Mm. So how beautiful that that heart has calmed down again. Also, you know, with a little help of medication, and but then that can go also again. It's just, so it can get a sense of itself again, can come back to itself. Oh yes. Heart can say, oh, I forgot about it. All of a sudden I had to race and do all those things. But now I can take a breath again. Mm. So let's kiss that beautiful heart of yours. Mm. Doing an amazing job. Mm. Mm.
I've also had. Oh.
And with luck, you know, if it happens in that direction again, with luck, there's not so much fear next time. Maybe there's a bit of something else too. But it always comes back to that point, which is, at least in my experience, you know, I remember times when, whoa, it gets out of whack and you can't see anything anymore, no clarity. But then there's always a moment, it slowly trickles in again. See, and that's what we have to focus on, you know, another practice in a certain way. Rather that than going to do, look what happened to me. Actually, at one point, it's, here I am again. I'm at home again. Yeah, and I can take care. Or not. Or not. Maybe then, yeah, it will, you know, it will do what it needs to do.
Feels good. I'm taking it all in what you're saying.
I'm so happy that you do, Marina. Thank you for inviting me to speak this. It's so good for the Meike body too, and I'm pretty sure for some other bodies too. Yeah, is that it's so harsh quickly, or you know, that it has an idea it could do differently.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or it could do like somebody else, even that. What an idea, huh?
Yeah.
It's not like that.
I was going to talk about something else a bit, but no, it was just had some anger up and there was projection and things, but then there was some realizations that, that's been a whole bit of a roundabout around that as well. I was going to do Byron Katie work with Jane, my friend Jane here, but then this happened with the heart. So, but yeah, anyway, this was more important to speak, obviously. Yeah.
You know what I know with emotional stuff, when we also there, we don't know when certain things get triggered and emotion comes. It's always good to take a bit of time out until it quietens again. Yeah. That's all. It's the moment it quietens, sanity comes back.
Yeah, I found that after 24 hours.
24 hours only, far out.
Well, that the worst of it, the worst of
Yes. Yeah.
Projection.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then some little ahas.
And don't believe in the projection if possible.
No.
Because it always has to do with that emotional charge. The moment it calms down and sanity is back, no charge, no projection. It's like, oh, wow. Then you can have a conversation if you need to have a conversation. Yeah, it's also very, very, very simple. The moment that gets up, it's better to split. It's like, oh, wow, I can feel that I'm starting to project and all that stuff. So I might come back, but I'd rather go home right now. It's not worth it for me. Yeah.
Oh, thank you so much, Meike.
Life, huh? Life.
Heart liked it too.
Thanks, Marina.
Thanks, Meike. Thanks, everyone.
Gaia.
Hello.
Hello.
Just waiting for this funny old pressure pattern to soften. But just want to be here. It's been so rich.
Yeah.
Just want to rest with you.
No, it's a pleasure.
So interesting to track this awareness of this acute vulnerability that shows when I reach out directly, because the recordings of you and Isaac saved my life, actually, saved the system as I deal with this aging body's discomfort, which is really very strong, and looking at exit and voluntary euthanasia and all those things. Has been okay. It's okay. And the recordings, when I watch them, they're just as powerful for me. In fact, that's what I was interested in exploring with you, because when this thing, I'm just beginning to see this, the heart beating and the vulnerability when I put my hand up and want to meet. When I'm with the recording and everyone's touching me and I'm going very deep and I'm seeing a lot, and it's just as powerful.
Yeah, it's amazing, huh? It's
incredible.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes I can do 3 in a day.
Oh, far out.
Because as Zoe shared, you know, the older you get, the more everything that caused me so much passion and interest is just dropping. It's just falling. So there's enormous by myselfness, a massive, and it goes into lonely and awareness, and lonely and awareness. And I was sitting with one of Isaac's recordings last night from the 31st, and I had a glimpse, and in the glimpse I knew that place, and I know those glimpses, but they seem to only arrive when there's no when there's not this directness, which I long for. But it's confronting to the delicate little aspects within the system here. So to talk about it now is really nice, and it's shaky. But when I was with Isaac, I saw the self seeing the self. And it was so quick and so far removed what the mind thinks it is. I mean, dimensions away. The knowledge is there. It's been gathered and gathered and gathered and gathered and gathered and gathered. But everything happening in awareness, even in the midst of the discomfort, there is this awe, as you talk about, because I love the word wonder. There is this awe at seeing there's a new holding space to be aware, even in the throes of me trying to clear and remove the stuff where I just get into, I want to die, I want to die, I want to die. And I know I can watch the mind going, don't know how to do it, don't know where to go, don't know where to go. And there's more and more space around it, and recognition of I am that awareness. Not the I, but we use the word, you know, I am. Yeah. So yeah, it's interesting. When I watch the recordings, I travel and I learn and I grow. There's so much letting go.
Well,
And yet this direct reaching the body, just watching the body, it can't help itself. It's thundering in the heart, and there's all this stuff going on. So just wanted to, and I feel I'm coming at it more gently now, because the discussion about pushing and being hard on myself when I'm identified with that self, you know, has been huge. You know, there's been violence.
Yeah.
And I say that with compassion.
Yeah.
Total violence. But that's all it knew.
Wow. That's wonderful. Seems the word for the night. That's
Full of
wonderful.
wonder.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that wonder is not a sensation-based thing, which the whole nervous system is thinks that's what it is, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. In the most ecstatic moments, and then of course the most agonizing moments. But yeah, that non-dual self-seeing self, oh my God.
I mean, some say, you know, to have had a glimpse of that once in a lifetime is the biggest luck you can have.
And the impetus, or greed is a hard word, but I use the word greed on myself a lot, especially when I see other people unraveling. There's such an envy and a jealousy and a judgment, and I watch it. It's like an entity, you know. I know it's not me, but the me is right in there, you know, merged with that entity. And the greed is a harsh word, but it's just the deep hunger, you know, the hunger and the longing. Which is interesting because, yeah, it seems to be sensation, but it's not. I don't know. I'm confused around that. Yeah. Yeah. Actually, I'm really enjoying saying I don't know anything lately. Yeah. It's a relief. Yeah. And every system is so peculiarly different, isn't it?
Yeah. And same at the same time, huh?
Yeah, in that essence. Yeah. 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 And this misophonia, which is a label I got around my around an understanding of how the system has almost created an outside thing that irritates, because it didn't know, it had no tools whatsoever to deal with no capacity to deal with expressing the torment of agitation in the system. And it still gets projected onto people
Mm.
You know, there's some people, I don't know, you know, that some people you just have a funny little clash with and you don't understand why they irritate you.
Mm.
I get that a lot, and there's been a lot of flagellation and self-judgment around that, but I'm learning, as I've learned, if someone's clicking a pen or doing something that my system just can't handle, I've learned to walk away. I've learned over my lifetime, because it's a lifetime dis-ease that I've struggled with. I've learned different times of my life to walk away from it and to take myself out of it. But even in these fields, there are certain people, and not personal, but there's just this mystery of what is it? And don't beat myself up, but what is it about that person? Yeah, and it feels like such a gift right now to express it, because I know I've never felt safe enough to talk about it. Because there's always been the deep, the idea that I have a choice, you know, and this identity of who I think I am there's been so much shame and defective labeling of self around it. Yeah. And it's taken this long to even to begin to expose the lack of capacity, you know, to even express it in a way that feels it's happening now, actually. It's happening.
Exactly, it's happening.
Now I nearly went off on a tangent.
And you didn't.
Yeah. And it's very vulnerable.
Yeah, it is.
Because it's caused a lot of isolation in my life. From connecting with other humans in a beautiful way, which I know is here. Oh, I didn't think this was going to come up. I thought, I'm learning how to rest instead of, because my resting has always been frozen resting, paralysis resting. And slowly touching into what real rest might look like.
Absolutely, yeah. This is actually resting, and in this resting, this can come. See, and that is actually my invitation. So your system is taking absolutely my invitation. It's like, let's be, no changing, fixing, getting rid of. Let's just be here and see what comes to visit. And this is coming to visit us. It's an honor.
Well, yeah. I don't feel safe in any other. I signed up to do a year's Qigong training with a beautiful teacher, and after 8 months, and it's costing me a lot of money, and I really want to do Isaac's workshops, so I'm struggling financially. And I finally, after 8 months, went, it's too much trying and efforting. I've been doing that my whole life, and it's like, I was so proud of myself when I just said, I don't want to do this anymore. And I just pulled out.
Fantastic.
And then I'd come back and to my beautiful family. And this is, with you and Isaac, is the safest place on earth.
Far out, what a compliment that is, you know. Yeah, just for that, it's worth living. I can tell you that. So hear that. Life makes sense. I like how you peek out from time to time. It's so sweet.
Well, I've learnt it from you guys, you know, how to not get lost. And I've weaned myself off my 6 lot of antidepressants, and
Far
my
out.
dreams are coming back.
Far out. Yeah,
And I've stopped using marijuana as a body relaxant. And I've stopped seeing my lover, which was the most powerful sexual distraction I had, because I don't want to lose myself anymore.
Far out. That is, thanks for sharing all of that. That is huge.
I know.
Wow.
I've just started psilocybin microdosing, which I'm going to try to support my body. And you're supposed to stack it with lion's mane and niacin, and niacin is supposed to cause flushing. And when I came online today, I was flushed. My whole body was in a rash, and I was on fire.
Yeah.
So I'm going to drop that aspect. But I'm so in awe of this fortitude I found that's showing, you know, and the faith I have in what you and Isaac are holding space for.
Yeah, sweetheart. Glad you're here.
And it's beautiful seeing just how we'll do anything to distract ourselves. Anything. How I've done. I have.
It's a survival mechanism. Yeah, you can see that. So it's nothing to, I wouldn't even, it's good to see it and then let it go.
Yeah, no, there's no
Good to
judgment.
see.
There's
Yeah.
there's a seeing how there's such a compassion towards even the most lost person on drugs. I can't judge anymore.
I'm glad to hear.
You know, it's like it's just pain, medicated pain.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
So the last distraction is food, which I've never had a problem with, but it's very interesting.
Breatharian.
It's interesting to watch.
Yeah.
But a lot more silence is happening. A lot more. And I'm not even trying. I'm so grateful.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for letting me say all this and listening to. Well, yeah.
Thanks for bringing it all. Thanks
I
for
don't know.
bringing it.
Yeah.
That just came in our resting. You know, when you rest, then stuff comes.
Mm. Have you got a retreat coming soon?
Yeah, 1st of March.
Oh, wow. So
Mm.
it's just after Isaac's tomorrow. Isaac's got one tomorrow, I think.
Okay. Yeah.
And then, okay.
So it's a little longer than it's a month away. It's exactly a month away, isn't it? The
Oh, a
5th,
month.
5th? Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, my
1st of
brain's not
March.
working. My
Yeah.
brain's not working right now. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Are you on the email list?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I keep in touch with everything you do. Yeah.
Yeah,
Actually,
then you should.
the last list that was sent out, I got very confused with all the dates because I had already written I go through my diary and write everything in. So when I open it, it's just, I can do it in a relaxed way. It's right there in front of me. But I just recently got another email and she listed the Wednesdays and then the Saturdays, and I got quite.
Just go on the website. Just go on the website. It's there too. Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, I know you're around and available.
It's every other Saturday and every other Wednesday. So it's actually pretty easy, you know.
Yeah.
I haven't found an easier way to put it down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you for now, Meike. I will sit with us and I know I can always come back.
Yes, you can.
Thank you, beloved.
Yeah.
And thank you, everybody.
Sylvie.
Hi, Meike.
Hi.
Hi. Would love to rest with you. A lot's been going on. Hectic life. And I'm quite high in energy. It's been really a long time since I was so much in the head.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it's already shifting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Getting a sense of first chakra.
A little, yeah.
Oh, cool. That's cool. I'm resting there.
Yeah, I feel a lot of how do you call that, resourcing, or yeah, letting go. Yeah.
Body so loves to be included. Body hates
Yeah.
it to not be included. Actually, isn't it true? It's like, oh my God. When body isn't included, it does not like it.
No.
Ah, it's nice. Even color comes back.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Hmm.
Oh,
So it's nearly like, can there be mental activity and the body being included? Because I mean, I'm pretty sure you know from experience how, there can be mental activity, and even when it speaks, when the body is included, mental activity and everything is different. It's like as if it's more attuned, or that's my experience. It's like, when it's just up in the mind, it doesn't really notice what's going on around it, and just
yeah.
does thing. When there's the inclusion of body, and it's like, all of a sudden it's, that one actually didn't listen at all, or didn't meet there at all. But then it's a different invitation. It's like, hey Sylvie, gosh, wow, that's what you wanted to tell me. Oh yeah, here, isn't it? It's like the exchange is it's so much fuller.
Yeah.
Yeah, real even. It's real. It's just from my experience, when there's embodiment included, that's when a meeting can happen.
Yeah, and I never saw it like this, actually. Like, I know it is one, but like another part of me or entity, or how do you want to call it, that really asks for my attention, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it reacts also. Yeah.
Yes. Yes. See, then there comes the breath.
Oh, yeah, shifting.
Shifting.
Oh.
Mm. Mm. I mean, that is kind of, how to say, the, here-ness is through those senses. Huh? I mean, we know there's the absolute, but how it lives itself is through this body. It lives itself through this body, doesn't it? Yeah. So if that is not included, then it's pretty weird. It feels weird. It, like you say, high energy, but it's not really in attunement or in connection with
Yeah.
itself.
Yeah,
It
it's a
misses.
survival for me. Yeah.
But the survival is actually very uncomfortable. It actually thinks that it has to do it because it doesn't survive. So the moment embodiment can be included, you know, all that stuff can be integrated, let's say it like that. Fullness will be there. And from fullness, everything is different. Speaking is different, connecting is different, living life is totally different.
Yeah.
So, you know, again, as a practice, if there is something like that, again and again and again, let's see if this can be included. It's so funny because we also know, you know, the moment we are here, whatever, it's so funny to speak it like that, but I know you do understand. It's like that being here, then there is, it's not even a question of surviving or it's just here-ness.
Yeah.
With body, without body, does not much, but you know, there is even with body, let's say it like that. When it really is here.
Yeah, and lately it's quite, I'm quite here, but there's this, yeah, but there's so much sadness now in the system that I go up.
Yeah. And then you come down again. And then you go up and then you come down.
Yeah, but it's good to sit with you with that. Yeah, to
Yeah,
come again to
it's wonderful. Sylvie.
yeah,
Wonderful. Thank you for inviting this, also for
yeah,
inviting this to be spoken, because you know we all deal with the same stuff in a certain way.
yeah,
Mhm. I feel it like an invitation. It's not to fix, or it's like, you know, we all know that when it's up and wherever, we all know that, most of us anyway. And then, inviting to include everything. And I mean, again, you know, let it be a practice, you know, write it down if you forget, because I know you know.
yeah. And it's still a deeper seeing now. Yeah, on it. Yeah,
Always deeper.
yeah,
Isn't it? It's a never-ending, deeper seeing.
yeah, yeah.
Hmm. It's never ending. It's never ending. Oh, it's so nice to feel when life comes in. Okay, like this?
Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, really can release and ground some more. Yeah,
Yeah,
thank
happy
you.
to. And thanks for hosting us.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Virisha, not sure if
Hi.
there's still place and time, Judith. So anyway, but I saw you.
Thank you that you saw me. I tried.
Yeah, I saw you too. So then I
Yeah.
wasn't sure anymore who was first or
I
anyway.
was first.
So it's you. It's you today. Anyway.
So, Mike, I got my surgery date next Friday.
Fantastic.
Yeah, it's good that I don't have to wait so long anymore.
If you like to write me the time, I will tune in if you like it.
Cool, yeah. Yeah.
If it's not in the
And
middle of the night for me.
no, it's fine. It's about this time, yeah, 1 hour later. And I have the feeling I'm kind of floating. I don't want to be so much in the body.
Oh, good. It's clear.
I mean, and any advice? Should I concentrate on the first chakra then, or?
It sounds very clear. You said you don't really want to. So
Yeah,
if you
but
don't if you don't want to, you don't want to. That's
that's clear. But then, wow, when I'm lying there, yeah, I guess.
When it becomes clear that you like to include physicality again, then you do it.
Yeah, no idea. Yeah,
Say again.
no idea. I mean,
Yeah.
can you deal with the fear in advance? You can't, huh?
No, you
No.
can't. No. What you can do is, luckily you notice what's going on and see if you can be gentle with whatever it tells you. When it says to you, oh, I actually don't really want to be in the body, can you say it's okay? I hear you.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like, oh, I actually would really like to be in the body. Okay, how can I assist? How can I assist? It's like, yes, I understand. You are understanding and loving with whatever is. That's what you can do. And you can feel already, you can feel what happens when I speak this. There we take a breath, and it's getting warmer, more compassion, love.
And it's a woman who does the surgery. Finnish woman. Feels good. Called Minna. Minna.
So you like that. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Blessings. And the whole crew.
But it's amazing just thinking about, speaking about, the cells start to.
Another breath. Yeah. Just that warmth and gentleness for the noticing. Not to change or fix or get rid of. Just the warmth that comes with the non-judgmental noticing.
Mm,
Yeah, the big heart.
mm.
Mm.
The body does what it has to do.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, comes another breath. Mm. And it is, surgery, or, even that idea that there is cancer or something wrong with the body. It's huge. Yeah. Or let's say it can be a huge event.
Yeah, I had this with Isaac, the fear of overwhelming. It's too much.
Yeah.
And then we rest, and I could
Yeah.
feel, no, it's something much more big. Can't
Um,
overwhelm you yet.
Fantastic. Yeah. But when that comes, then again, it's like, yes, I understand. Sweet body, I understand.
Mm. It's like holding the baby, your own baby,
Yeah.
something.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
The baby which can't regulate
Yes,
itself.
exactly. Yeah. Mhm.
Oh, that's good to go to the baby.
Mhm. Mhm.
Got a picture of me as a baby.
Mhm. Beautiful. Beautiful. Let's see what that does.
Mm. 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 Yeah.
Mm. Wishing you well.
Mm. Thank you so much. Mm.
Is it okay next time, Judith? We meet? Oh, okay, cool. Mm. Mm. Thank you all for being here. Wow. Love and peace. And kisses. Until we meet again. Ciao.